Good morning.
Good morning. Very good morning.
Good morning, Bhaskar sir.
Yeah. So everyone installed Power BI Desktop, right? Is anyone having any issue?
I did install, but I missed the class on Friday. So if I can get the recording, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can.
I'll share that recording details Vivek today. Okay.
Oh,
So I think in couple of days also I'm going to share through the YouTube, and later I'm going to keep all together at one place so that you can directly go there and see it.
okay. Thank you.
Okay. And yeah, so installation is very simple. You can try. And if you're not if it is not getting installed, let me know. I'll help you on it.
I installed everything, all the
Oh,
data. I loaded some sample data also.
okay.
I just want to be like
Okay.
I just want to know where I am by looking at the Friday class. That's
Okay. And make sure clear the payment so that you will get access for Classroom, Google Classroom. So where we can find all the material or the sample files, all the related practice files you can have at one place.
okay.
Yeah.
But no one contact me. Will anyone contact me, or should I contact someone regarding the papers?
I'll share your contact details, Vivek. Sandhya is my business partner. She will contact with you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so in the last session, what we discussed is we talked about slices and how you can slice the data based on the user interest, how user is going to play with the data that we have seen, how we can create a slicer for the number, how we can create a slicer for text, how we can create a slicer for date, and so on. We have seen it. And if I wanted to make it look and feel, then we need to know how we can do formatting. So that also we came across it. And let me open the file what we have worked on the last session on Friday. So I'm just opening that file. You just reopen it by double clicking on it. So this is the slices. And throughout the sessions, wherever it is required, we are going to come across it. And especially when I'm going to talk about the project, we are going to recreate them. So here I'm talking specifically how we can have a single select, multi-select, and how we can do formatting of header, and how we can do the alignment, and how exactly we are going to have a range slicer for the date and the number, and how we can rename these headers of this slicer that we have come across in the last session. I'll upload that particular session so that you can have an idea how we can do it. And today I'm going to talk about there is a one more important topic from the slicers, that is sync slicers. So what is this sync slicers? So what happens is when you have a report here, I'm having a page 1, page 2, page 3, and so on. So you may have a multiple pages. You may have a multiple pages, and if you wanted to have a slicer, the same slicer in all the pages. Let's say order date is a slicer or region country name is a slicer. They're expecting to have this slicer in all the pages. Okay, so this is one kind of requirement. Okay, so the requirement is user may ask to keep the slices in all the pages. This is one kind of requirement. Or user may ask to keep the slices in one page and sync with other pages. So this is also is a requirement. If they're asking to keep each and every slicer in each and every page, then that is fine. So here I have a 3 slicers. They're expecting the slicer in this page and they're expecting the same slicer in other page. That I don't have any problem. You can just copy and paste it. So when it is coming, you can see here it is, do you want to sync or do not sync? So if they're asking a slicer, the same slicer in all the pages, they don't ask a sync in all the pages and do not sync. So sync is not required for them if they're asking a slicer in all the pages. Just observe, I'm just keeping, adjusting and pasting it. So just imagine this is the slicer they're using in all the pages. If I select Canada here, then it is going to show the Canada data. And if I select Germany, then Germany data is also going to show here. In the same way, here it is showing only for Germany because the report level filter is there. Because of that reason, it is showing only Germany. That is fine. The slicer is going to work for specific page, not for all the pages. Okay, so slicer is going to work generally. Slicers will work for only current page. They will not work for other pages. But if you have a sync slicers, then this will work for other pages also. So sync slicer means I have a 10 pages. Okay, so I have a 10 pages and I wanted to apply a slicer for all the pages. Let me take out this one. Instead of this, I'm just going to take a number slicer. Just take a quantity slicer, take a copy. This is a copy. I'm just going to paste it here. So when I'm pasting, I'm saying do not sync. If I select 8 quantity, 9 quantity, that is fine. And if I have a same paste here, do not sync, I'm just taking a 2 and 9. It's a different number I'm taking here. And this report is showing some different values, and here this page is showing different values. Because this slicer is affecting here. If I move the cursor here, you can see what filters are applied here. Sales quantity is 8 or 9. In the same way, if I go to the other page, you see here, slicer, sales quantity is 2 or 9. Sales quantity is 2 or 9 I'm having. So instead of keeping the slicer for each and every page, I wanted to keep all the slicers at one place. So that page we can call them as a slicers. We're going to make them as a slicer, and we are not going to have a slicer here. Just take out it. Here also take out it. That's fine. Now what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a connection between the slicer pages with other pages. All the slicers I'm going to have here, and rest of all the pages are the report pages. And if I apply a filter, that filter has to filter the data in the page 1, has to filter the data in the page 2 and page 3. So whatever the pages are there, that you can have it. If I have a 10 pages, if you wanted to apply a affection only with 8 pages, you can do it for only 8 pages. Rest of the pages, you can leave it. So how you can handle it, that we are going to see. So sync slicers are used to sync with other pages. So definitely there will be an interview question with what is sync slicers. Sync slicers are used to filter data for required pages. For required pages, we can do it by using selection pane. By using selection pane, we are going to do this. Just observe here. I wanted to apply this 3 slicers only for these 2 pages. I don't want to apply for this page. I want to apply for only these 2 pages only. And let me write that also here. Use case. Apply sync slicer for price by category and price by country. So I wanted to apply for only these 2 pages only. So if I wanted to apply for only these 2 pages, how I'm going to do, you just observe. So there is a selection pane. You can see there is a selection pane and sync slicer also. Selection pane is not required. I think we have to go with only sync slicer. Yeah. Let me change this here by using sync slicers pane. So here you can see. And just again, I'm showing here. You can see this options here. There is a sync slicers. Or even if I go to the view, under the view, you can find there is a sync slicers. So whatever the buttons are there here, the same buttons are available in this say show panes. So we have a varieties of the panes here. So now I'm just going to take this sync slicer. So just hit on it. This window is going to be opened. So here what it is saying, we have a sync and visibility. So 2 options are there for this and slicers are there. I named the page name as a slicers here, and the sync, this checkbox you have to check, and you have to check all the checkboxes if you wanted to apply it. So for this particular situation, I wanted to apply a sync slicer for these 2 pages. For these 2 pages only, I wanted to apply. So for this page, I don't need to apply. So you can just leave it as it is. We don't need to check the checkbox. So when the moment to check the checkbox, then sync is going to be happened between the slicers. So observe here how I'm going to do it. Check this one and price by category checkbox and price by country checkbox. And this two should be unchecked. The slicer should be visible only from the slicer page, not from the report pages. So just uncheck this one and uncheck this one. Now if you go and apply a filter here, without filter, just observe how much number is, what is the size of the number you can see here. Let me do one thing here. I'm just applying a data labels. We'll see what is the data label here later. So 5.4 millions is there here. And here also I'll apply data labels. So 8.6 million is there in the price by country, and price by category. I'm having 5.4 millions. Now I'm going to apply a filter here. I'm going to apply a filter here. Just observe. Let me take 8 and 9. So when the moment I take this to 8 or 9, this is going to apply a filter for this page also. You can see here previously it was 5 point change was there. Now it is having 0.4 millions. And if I go here price by country, now you can see here 0.97 millions. So how do you know what filters are applied in this particular visual? If you wanted to know it, then what you have to do is you have to take this symbol. So this symbol is going to say what filters are applied on this specific visual. So this is very important. When someone is coming and asking you the numbers are not matching, then you have to cross verify what filters they have used and what filters we need to use as part of that particular requirement. So sometimes they may select a wrong filters and they will say simply data is not matching. And we have to correct and what we have to select. Okay, so this is only the user selection only, nothing wrong. Basically, when the report is verified, mostly there will be no errors, mostly, but we cannot say 100% is we are correct. Up to that particular point of time, the report is 100% is accurate and correct, so that it will go into the production. So once it is there in a production, if someone is saying data is not matching, then you have to cross verify. So how you are going to verify the numbers? If it is a production report, that we'll see in the future sessions. So this is the a place where we can identify what filters we applied. You can see here sales quantity is 8 or 9. So the same filter will be available for here also, you can see, but same filter is not going to be available here because slicers are not synced with this one. Slicers are not synced. So there is an interview question here. What is the difference between report level filters and sync slices? Report level filters the data for all the pages. We don't have control on pages. So that means for each and every page, it is going to apply the filter. But when you come to the sync slicers, are used to filter for filter for so something like this. Sync slicers filters data for all the pages for specific pages. If you want to apply for all the pages, then you can do it. So if you go with the sync slicer, if you wanted to apply for specific pages, yes, you can apply for specific pages. And if you wanted to apply for all the pages, you can apply for all the pages. Because we have a check boxes here. If you observe in this particular place, we applied for only these two pages only. I did not apply for all the pages. If I wanted to apply for all the pages, then you just check all the check boxes, then it is going to be available for all the pages. So you have a full control on the list of pages. We have a control on the pages to for which page we need to apply. We can take a decision. But when you go for report level filters, that is specific to the report developers, and it's not going to be have any control and restrict the number of pages. We have to apply for all the pages by default. So that is the difference between your sync slicer and report level filters. Now if we say here that filter is not applied, so only if the filter is applied on this slicer only is synced, but this one is not synced, this one is not synced. So even if it's selected, there will be no impact. So you can have a fee slicers specific page, and fee slicers are common for all the pages. Mostly some people they are going to use, but most of the times you may have a slicers for each and every page, or sometimes we are going to have all the slicers at one place and we are going to give a sync to the other pages. That is about the sync slicers. So advantages of the sync slicers is we don't need to select a slicer value for each and every page. We can select at one place and we can make it affect in all the pages, in all the places. We don't need to apply in all the pages. I mean to say page by page, we don't need to go. Because you may get a confusion, right? If you selected in one page different slicer and in other page different slicer value, then that will lead confusion. So to avoid that, we can have all the slicers at one place, and you're going to be aware of what slicer values you have selected. So this is the feature that is going to reduce the burden of customer. But again, all is going to be depends on the requirement, depends on the user interest. We are going to apply it. But slicers and sync slicers are very important, and report types of filters also is very important. And the next one is a drill through filters. So drill through filters, some people they will ask what is a drill through filter or what is a drill through report. So drill through report and drill through filters, they're going to ask. So what it is? Let me come to here. So what I wanted to do is, let me create a one page here. The page name is parent. You can give any name. For just understanding, I'm just taking a parent is the name of page. So I'm showing this visual here. Just for an example, I'm taking here. So how these filters are going to be there, that is the main context that I'm taking through this. So here I'm not talking about what is this column chart, how you can do format. That we are going to see very soon. And I wanted to see this visual in the child page. Just Control V, and this is a child. I wanted to say a complete Germany, Germany sales or Germany price by product category. I wanted to say only for specific to Germany. Okay, so if you wanted to do this, then the same thing. This is a parent and this is a child. In the child, I have to keep a sync slicer here. No, sir, not sync slicer. That is drill through filters. These options are changed. Let me check this drill through from the settings. Just give me 1 minute. I'm just taking my tea. I'm sorry, I'm back. So somewhere it has to be there. Yeah, here it is. Here itself it is there. Okay, let me show you. So previously it was there in the this bottom of this visuals itself, but now they changed it. That's fine. So I'm just going to take the same whatever is there here, region country name. The region country name I need to bring into the child to apply drill through. So just select this region country name, right click on it, add to drill through. You have to hit on add to drill through. So when I hit on add to drill through, then drill through is going to come to here. So when I hit on this control plus enter, it will come to here. And if I move the cursor here, you can see a drill through function, drill through to child. So it is going to show the data for only Germany. You can see here, region country name is Germany. Region country name is Germany. Let me hit on go back. You can see here 5.4 is there. In the same way, I wanted to see it for United States. Right click on it, drill through, hit on child. Now I can see 1.13 million. Now this time it is applying a filter. Region country name is United States. So hit on this, it will go back. So this space, we are going to hide this space. Okay, generally this space is going to be hidden and this space is going to be visible. So we are going to have this kind of requirement. So I'm just going to give a requirement here, drill through filters. It is used to apply a filter from one page to other page. Or we can also say it is used to get more details or it is used to get leaf level details from higher level details. Create a page with the name. So what name I wanted to take here? Parent name I have taken. So parent to show price by region country name. So this is one page. And second page is create a page with the name child to show price by price by product category name. So right click on region country name. From the data pane, and then hit on add to drill through filters. That's all. And the fourth point is make sure to hide, make sure hiding child page. Okay, so this kind of requirement also we are going to come across the project also. So here my intention is how we can apply a drill through functionality to the report. I can hit on this. By hit on control, it will come back to here. And if I wanted to see the details of this, I can right click on it, drill through to child page. Then in the child, we are having this two details, two category names are available for that specific country. So this is about, this is also filter. We are restricting the data. And then report tooltip. So this is also is very, very important in every report or most of the reports we are going to come across this. And I'm going to show you how exactly it is going to be there. So report page tooltip. If you want to highlight something which is not part of the data, that you can do it with the help of report page tooltip. So let's say for example, in the report, I wanted to show here, I wanted to keep a clock symbol. Okay, so just imagine something like this. The clock symbol is there. When the moment the person moves the cursor here, then I wanted to show the refresh time here. Refresh time, I wanted to show it. Okay, so this is going to be possible only by using the tooltip. So what type of tooltip it is? It is a report tooltip. By using report tooltip, we can do it. So if you wanted to show anything, something like this, if you wanted to have a image in this particular place, and if you wanted to show some refresh time on the when the moment to move the cursor on the icon, then that kind of things that we can handle with the help of a report tooltip. So the same requirement I wanted to do, whatever I have done here. If I move the cursor here, I don't want to go to the drill through. I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it direct. I wanted to see the data of price by category here itself. So if you want to do this, let me create a one new page, that is a report tooltip. So in the report tooltip, I'm going to take a price. Before that, what you have to do is when you go for tooltip, you have to set the page. The page information here, you have to choose the page type as a tooltip page. The page type as a tooltip page, you have to take it. So then only it is going to be possible. Let's take a tooltip. Now you can see the look and feel is different. Now look and feel of this page is different. Now I'm going to select this unit price and then by category. Just select this. I wanted to rename this as a category. I wanted to rename this as a price. And adjust this one to the entire page. The names are not readable, right? I'm just going to make them readable. So we are going to talk about all those things. For time being, I have a problem with the y-axis. This category, I don't need to specify. This price is also not required to label it. So I'm just going to switch off the labels. Just switch off this. In the same way for x-axis, I'm going to do it. Now price is disabled. And the value size, I'm just reducing it to the 8. In the y-axis, also I'm going to reduce this size. You don't worry about these formattings. We are going to talk mostly in the next session. What are the options are there, how we are going to format it, we are going to talk about them. So just wait for a day so that you can get a clear on it. And values, I wanted to maximize this width. Now you can see this entire things are readable. And data labels for time being. Just ignore all these options at this point of time because I'm just directly taking this. We are going to have a discussion on them. Now, if I go to here, just select this visual and I'm going to the formatting section. So here advanced options, not this one. Where is the tooltip?
In properties.
Yeah, here it is. Sorry. Now here I have a tooltip in the properties. You can see the report page and the page name I wanted to take as a report tooltip. Now, if I move the cursor here, you can see home appliances 5.4 millions, cell phones. In the same way, if I move the cursor here, the numbers are getting changed. You can see here. It's getting filtered. So drill through filters and report tooltip also is going to help us to restrict the data. But instead of having this default tooltip, if you see, this is a default tooltip. But instead of this, whatever we created tooltip to show as part of the visual, that is getting visualized when I move the cursor here. So this kind of requirement also you may have it. They don't need to go for other pages to see the details. So here, how we can create a tooltip page and how we can use the tooltip page is important. Okay, so this is a custom tooltip, or we can say it is a report tooltip. Okay. Is used to report tooltip page details. When you move the cursor on the image or visual. So anything it is possible. Okay, so mostly we have used it to show refresh time when the user moves cursor on clock symbol. How we can do it at the time of project, I'll show you. Okay, so that is about report page tooltips. And then I have a edit interactions also. So this is little, it takes 20 minutes time. So I'll talk about this edit interactions on tomorrow. So do you have any questions?
Nope.
Okay. So guys, Sandhya will talk to you and make sure clear the payments and get the access for Classroom, Google Classroom. so that you can have all the same data and you can do the same practice along with me. I mean to say, whatever I've done, you can do the same thing. So once you're habituated with the navigations and options, then it is easy to work with other different data set also. So I'm having a varieties of the data sets for practicing, and just make sure keep in touch with us. She will make a call to you. Okay.
Okay. So do you have the recordings there also?
Yeah. So today's also we are going. I'm going to keep in a YouTube itself. Later, I'm going to keep it in once you have registered and once you have done all the things, then you will get credentials to log in and where you can have all the recordings at one place.
Okay. Then what is the YouTube name?
I'll share the detail. I'll share the link directly.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, and we'll see you on tomorrow.
Cool. Bye.
Bye bye.